Stop. That stiff suit or shapeless skirt hanging in your closet right now is quietly adding 15, maybe 20 years to how people see you at church, and almost nobody in the pews is ever going to tell you that. I'm going to walk you through the 5 exact pieces that make women over 60 look older than they actually are on a Sunday morning, counting down from 5 to the number 1 mistake that changes absolutely everything. And then I'll show you the precise dress by dress swap for each one so you know exactly what to wear from now until the last Sunday of fall. Number 1 on this list is not the shoes you're expecting. Stay with me, because it's the one that made a woman I styled start crossing her legs in the pew again after 15 years of hiding. I'm Jennifer, and this is Stylish 60 Plus, where we talk fashion over 60 with warmth and zero judgment. In 12 years of dressing women for church, weddings, and every Sunday best in between, I have watched the exact same 5 mistakes quietly steal confidence from beautiful women week after week. If you want fashion that treats your age as an asset instead of something to hide, hit subscribe right now, because today I'm giving you the countdown, and by the end, you'll never reach for the wrong thing on a Sunday morning again. Here's what I want you to really sit with before we start. Every single Sunday you put on the stiff suit, the itchy blouse, the shapeless skirt, the wrong coat, or the tired old shoes is another Sunday you feel just a little less like yourself. That adds up. It adds up in the mirror, and it adds up in how long you stay after service to actually talk to people. So let's start fixing that right now, counting down from number 5. Number 5. The shapeless, bulky coat or cardigan you throw over your outfit for the walk from the car to the sanctuary without ever thinking twice about it. Here's the part nobody tells you. It doesn't matter how beautiful the dress underneath is. If the piece everyone sees you arrive in is a boxy, oversized coat with no shape, that's the first impression, and often the only one people remember from the parking lot to the pew. I had a client who spent real time and money building a gorgeous fall wardrobe, then covered every single outfit with the same puffy quilted coat she'd owned for a decade because it was warm and it was easy. One Sunday, she forgot it at home. She wore just her blazer inside from the car, cold the whole way in, and 3 different women stopped her before she even sat down to ask where her outfit was from. That was the moment she finally understood. The coat had been erasing her effort every single week, and she never even knew it. Swap the puffy coat for a long wool blend duster or well-tailored trench in a rich color like camel, burgundy, or deep forest green. Something with a defined shape at the shoulder and a belt or tie at the waist so it still shows a silhouette even buttoned up against the fall air. It takes 10 extra seconds to put on, and it means the very first thing anyone sees is you, not a shapeless blanket with sleeves. Number 4. The overly embellished blouse, heavy with beading, sequins, or metallic thread. I understand the appeal completely because it feels special, it feels like effort, it feels like dressing up. But heavy embellishment around the neckline pulls the eye downward and adds visual weight exactly where you want the least attention, and the beading catches light in a way that highlights every line on the face and neck instead of softening it. One of my clients almost didn't buy the replacement I picked out for her. She stood in the fitting room holding a heavily beaded blouse in one hand and a simple silk blouse in soft cranberry in the other, and she nearly put the silk one back because it felt too plain. I asked her to just try it on before she decided. The moment she put it on, she stopped talking mid-sentence and just looked at herself for a second. She bought it that day, and she told me later it became the blouse strangers stopped her to compliment at coffee hour, not the sparkly one she almost chose instead. Here's what surprised even me. She said she used to spend the whole service quietly adjusting her collar so the beads wouldn't scratch her neck, and she never once heard the full sermon because of it. The week she wore the silk blouse instead, she said it was the first time in months she actually left church remembering what the pastor said. Trade the glitter for one of these 3 fabrics: silk, cotton voile, or a fine rayon with a single thoughtful detail, a soft ruffle at the collar, or one beautiful button, nothing more. Rich jewel tones like amethyst, sapphire, or deep cranberry warm your complexion without ever reflecting light harshly. And if you want to build a complete look around it, this is exactly where a flowy floral print dress with a high neckline and delicate sleeve ruffles earns its place in your fall closet, paired with a pair of nude ankle booties. Because a good nude booty genuinely goes the distance in a wardrobe like yours, and a structured chevron print bag with gold chain detail to finish it off. If that shift already has you rethinking the blouse in your closet right now, hit like on this video because it genuinely helps more women find this before Sunday morning catches them off guard. Number 3, the shapeless floor-length skirt that swallows you whole. I know the long skirt feels modest, I know it feels safe, but a skirt hanging straight from waist to floor without shape doesn't just cover your legs, it erases your entire silhouette, and the fabric pooling around your shoes makes you look shorter and heavier than you actually are. I once watched a woman with genuinely lovely posture walk up the aisle in a long, shapeless denim skirt that dragged with every step, and I want you to hear this part clearly, because it's the part most women never expect. She wore it so no one would look at her legs. And here's the truth. When you wear something that unflattering, people don't look at your legs. They don't look at you at all. You become invisible in the very place you came to be seen. The fix is a midi skirt that hits right at the mid-calf, the single most flattering length for a woman over 60, because it shows the narrowest part of your leg and creates a natural break in the silhouette. An A-line cut in a slightly weighted fabric like crepe or gabardine moves when you walk instead of fighting you. And if you want the fastest complete look built around this exact fix, reach for a short skater-style dress with soft balloon sleeves, add a wide waist belt with a gold buckle in front to instantly carve out a waistline, and finish with a pair of trendy loafers for a look that's comfortable enough for a warmer fall Sunday and polished enough to photograph on the church steps. Quick question before we go to number 2, because I genuinely want to know, of these 5, which one are you guilty of wearing right now? Drop the number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 in the comments, because I read every single one and it tells me exactly which video to make you next. Number 2, the stiff, overly structured suit that makes you look like you're chairing a board meeting instead of walking into worship. So many women over 60 reach for the matching jacket and skirt set because it feels like what a church-going woman is supposed to wear. But the padded shoulders and rigid fabric harken back to an era of power dressing that has nothing to do with who you are today, and church was never a boardroom. You're not there to command, you're there to connect. I had a client who wore the exact same navy suit every week for years because her mother once told her that's what a church-going woman wears. She hated it. It boxed her in every single Sunday, and she believed she had no other choice. The day she finally tried a soft linen jacket and warm taupe over flowing navy trousers instead of the matching skirt, she stood in front of the mirror and went quiet. Then she said out loud that suit had been wearing her, not the other way around. Her husband noticed before anyone else. He didn't say a word about the jacket. He just asked if she'd done something different with her hair. She hadn't touched her hair. It was the jacket, and it was her posture, standing taller because for once the clothes weren't fighting her. Swap it for an unstructured jacket in linen or a fine knit, paired with a complementary color, not a matching one, so it looks chosen with intention. And for a complete fall look built on this exact principle, layer a soft blazer over a long, flowy maxi dress, fold and scrunch the sleeves for a relaxed touch, then add one thin, skinny belt with a gold buckle over both the blazer and the dress to pull the whole silhouette together, finished with a structured clutch. It is simple, it is chic, and it is the outfit I would personally reach for on a cool fall morning. Here's what most women never realize, and it's exactly why number one changes everything. You can fix the coat, you can fix the blouse, you can fix the skirt, you can fix the suit. And you can still walk into church looking 10 years older than every other change you just made because of one single piece almost nobody thinks to update. Number one, sensible shoes that look like they came straight out of a medical supply catalog. I'm going to say this as gently and as honestly as I possibly can. Your feet deserve support. They do not deserve a shoe that quietly announces you've given up on yourself. The thick-soled, square-toed, orthopedic-looking shoe marketed relentlessly to older women drags down your entire silhouette, shortens your leg line, and pulls every eye straight to the ground at the exact moment you want to be walking in with your head up. I had a client who wore the same pair of thick black shoes to church for 15 years. 15 years. They were practical. They were supportive. They also made her look like she was waiting for a bus in the rain instead of walking into a sanctuary. When she finally tried a sleek, low-block heel and soft taupe leather, she stood in front of the mirror and said she hadn't seen her own feet look beautiful in decades. She bought 2 pairs that same day so she'd never have to go back. Here's the part that still gets me every time I tell it. She used to hide her feet under the pew. Now she crosses her legs on purpose, just so people can see her shoes. Her granddaughter noticed before anyone else that Sunday and told her, "Grandma, you look so pretty today." That one sentence from a 7-year-old was worth more to her than every compliment she'd gotten in the 15 years before it. Modern comfort footwear has genuinely caught up. Look for a low-block heel pump in soft leather, a pointed flat with hidden cushioning, or a sleek ankle boot with a sculpted heel, which pairs beautifully with a button front dress in a soft minty color, layered with a long sleeve underneath for fall and finished with chic black booties that carry just a hint of a clear heel. Shop for shoes in the afternoon when your feet are naturally a little swollen from the day, so you never end up with a pair that pinches halfway through the service. I want to tell you about something that happened outside of any styling session at all, because it stayed with me since the day it happened. The pastor's wife at my own church pulled me aside after service a few months ago. No appointment, no fitting room, just standing near the doors as everyone filed out. She told me she had spent years feeling like she had to dress a certain way because of her position at the front of the church, structured, buttoned up, almost stern, like the clothes had to prove she took her role seriously. She said watching some of these exact swaps made her realize nobody had ever given her permission to look soft, elegant, and put together all at the same time. The very next Sunday, she stood at the front of the church in a flowing dress and a pair of shoes with an actual heel for the first time in years. She told me 3 different women from the congregation came up to her afterward, not to talk about the sermon, but to ask where she got her outfit. She said it was the first time in a long while she felt like the woman leading beside her husband from the front of the church, instead of just standing at attention in it. Now, because you stayed all the way to number 1, I want to give you one more thing, a small bonus most women miss entirely. It's not clothing, it's a single accessory. One piece of jewelry in a warm gold tone worn close to the face, a pair of earrings, or a simple pendant. It does what nothing else on this list can do. It draws the eye up toward your smile and your eyes right after everything else has already lifted your silhouette. It's the finishing touch that makes strangers say you look radiant without them ever being able to say exactly why. So here's your countdown one more time quickly, because repetition is how it actually sticks. Number 5, trade the bulky coat for a tailored duster with real shape. Number 4, trade the embellished blouse for quiet, beautiful fabric. Number 3, trade the shapeless skirt for a midi length that moves. Number 2, trade the stiff suit for soft structure. And number 1, trade the sensible shoe for one that lets you sit a little taller. Getting dressed for church was never meant to be a chore, and it was never meant to be a compromise. It's an act of self-respect. You are showing up in a sacred space, and the way you present yourself matters, not because anyone is judging you, but because you are worthy of showing up as the most vibrant version of yourself. The right outfit never distracts from worship. It supports it. When you feel beautiful, you sing differently, you greet people differently, and you walk into that sanctuary like you belong there, because you always have. Save this video right now so it's waiting for you the next time you're standing in front of your closet on a Sunday morning wondering what to reach for. And if this kind of honest, practical style over 60 guidance is what you've been looking for, subscribe to Stylish 60 Plus, because every single week I'm bringing you more of exactly this: real swaps, real transformations, and real confidence after 60. Miss one, and you might miss the exact tip you needed for this weekend. Like this video, subscribe to Stylish 60 Plus, and I'll see you next time for more timeless style secrets that help women over 60 look elegant, confident, and completely, unmistakably like themselves.